Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So you guys know, you heard the news. We are having baby number 2. I wanted to make this video and share with you guys how I knew I was pregnant before confirming with a pregnancy test. So if you guys are curious or interested in knowing how I knew I was pregnant before the pregnancy test, stay tuned, keep on listening, keep watching. So how I knew, I have my little handy dandy notepad over here. MsMikaBabii wanted her mama, so I just fed her. But let's get into the video. So the first sign that I knew, I kind of had an idea that I probably was pregnant, was what was it? Yeah, it was, okay, first of all, let me say this. You guys know that we wanted to extend our family. We wanted to have one more baby, right? So I wouldn't say we were trying, but we wasn't not trying. And the day that I ovulated, we didn't even have sex on that day. We didn't have sex on that day. I think we had sex like 2 days prior and a couple of days after. So I kind of figured, oh, like, I'm not gonna get pregnant this cycle. I'm okay with that. And then like a week before we found out, we were like, you know, maybe we should just, you know, it just be just Ayvah. We're cool with one baby, aren't we? So get that out of the way. Okay, so my first sign was I felt like little twinges on both sides. Kind of like, you know, when you get the little achy feeling or whatever you get when you're about to ovulate. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I already had this feeling. Like, I know I'm not about to double ovulate. I'm like, what's going on? So I got that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, what's going on? So after I got that first sign, what was the other one? One day I was laying in the bed, Johnny was on the other side of the bed, and I was like, Johnny, I think I'm pregnant. And I was like, I literally feel like something's moving inside of my stomach. And he looked at me and was like, babe, that would be impossible. That would be impossible. What are you smiling for, my pretty baby? Huh? He was like, you want your passy? You want your passy? He's like, babe, that would be, like, that can't happen. Because even if you were, you wouldn't be able to feel the baby move yet. And I was like, duh, like, I know that. But it literally feels like something is moving inside of me. Like, I swear to God. And I was like, I'm pregnant. I know I'm pregnant. And he was like, Tamika, you're tripping. And I'm like, okay. So I just left it at that. Then I was starting to get headaches. Like, headaches. I'm just like, oh, like the headaches would not go away. I didn't take anything for it because I really don't take painkillers that much unless like I have like a migraine or something like that. Then I'll take something. But if it's just like a regular headache, I'll just try to like sleep it off. But then what is the other one? Oh, pain in my hoo-ha. So for those of you guys that have already had kids, excuse me, you know when you're at your last trimester and you get the lightning pain in your hoo-ha? That's what I was getting. Like legit, like lightning pains in my hoo-ha. And it was just like this pain. All the hoo-ha pain that you get in your last trimester, I had that. I don't have it now, but I had that for like a week. Almost a week. I want to say like 3-4 days to a week, somewhere around there. I had that and I'm just like, what the fuck? I was like, you know what? I'm getting too many signs. Like there is just too many signs. So still didn't take a pregnancy test. What else? I think that's when, because I told Johnny that we would still need, even though we wasn't like baby dancing, like we was trying, I told him that we would still need to, you know, check to see if we were pregnant. So he went and bought a little cheapy test and I was like, okay. So I think it was the next morning. The next morning I took the little cheapy test and it said negative. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. So then I started to like cramp a little bit, like how I cramped when I first got pregnant with her. Because I didn't find out I was pregnant with her until I was around this time, the last time. I think I was like 5 or 6 weeks when I found out I was pregnant with Ayvah. They thought I was 9 weeks, but I was actually 5 weeks. Because then I had to go back on my 6th week. And that's when we heard her little heartbeat. Her little heartbeat. So yeah, I left off with cramping. So I was like, okay, we done took a test. It said negative. Like, why am I still getting these signs? Like, what is going on? So then I start feeling sleepy. And I'm just like, oh my Lord. Like, I took a test and it is saying negative, but I am still getting these dang on signs like I'm pregnant. Y'all. Then the heartburn kicked in. Now, I feel like pregnancy heartburn is different from regular heartburn. Now, my pregnancy heartburn ceased right after I had her. Didn't feel it anymore. Found out I was pregnant. Well, got pregnant even though I didn't know I was pregnant. And it came right back. And I have heartburn now. It is a different kind of heartburn. I mean, it's the same heartburn as when I had her, but it just sucks. I'm tired all the time. higher. And lower back pain. I had lower back pain, which my back hurts right now. But that was one of the signs too. And I already have like arthritis in my back, but it was my lower back. It was just painful, and I'm just like, you know what? Ain't no way that I am not pregnant. Like, I took this test, it said negative, but I am still getting all these signs like I'm pregnant. Like, ain't no way. So, as y'all seen in the last video, I went and I bought all them tests. And lo and behold, positive. I said, I knew it. Like, in the video, I said the same thing. I couldn't even be like too shocked or like emotional, because in my mind, I knew I was pregnant. Like, I'm like, ain't no way that I can't not be pregnant and feeling all these symptoms. Like, there ain't no way. But then I'm just like, one of my friends, I told one of my friends, and she was like, well, how far along would you be? So I went to my predictor, not my predictor, but my little pregnancy app, and I just calculated. I put in, I went to a new pregnancy, and then I put in my last period, and it pops up and says, well, right now it says that I'm 4 weeks and 3 days. So she's like, and I hadn't even, and to be frank, it's crazy because this is my period app. I still have 2 days before my first missed period. So, and I found this out I want to say Monday, let me see, 1, 2 days. So I'm supposed to start my period on the 8th. So So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I found out on Tuesday, on the 3rd. I found out that I was pregnant. I took the test on Tuesday. And I'm just like it took a little bit for me to even get a positive with her. So I'm like, my friend was like, are you sure? Like, she was like, it's crazy that it's coming up the way that it's coming up. Like, you shouldn't, how she said that? She was like, she basically was saying like, you better hope there's not 2 babies in there. And I'm just like, girl, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Like, this indigestion ain't no hope. But I'm like, girl, don't play with me. I will pass out. When I get this ultrasound, Lord, I will pass out if they say, well, baby A. As soon as they say baby A, I will pass out. Cause you know, if they're saying baby A, there's more than one baby in there. Cause they'll just say, oh, look at the baby. They ain't gonna say baby A. So, y'all, I'm just like, yeah, it is quite early for me. And I'm getting a positive this early. Because when I was pregnant with Ava, I think I took a test November 4th. November 2nd or November 4th. And it was negative. And then I took another test November 22nd. And that's when I got my first positive. So it took a little bit of time for me to find out I was pregnant with her. That little cuteness. But we are really, really, really hoping that this is a boy. Like, please God. Like, I pray that this man is not a girl maker. Because if we have another girl, oh my God. And all his girls look alike. So we're gonna have another Ava. But I'm praying that we have our son. I'm really praying that we have our son, because if it's another girl, I ain't doing it the third time. I did it a second time. I said, I know. I said I would not do it. I'm only having one kid, blah, blah, blah. Like, I was like, one baby, ain't no more coming out this. I was like telling everybody talking with my hands. Like, ain't no two babies coming out here. I'm only having one baby. I know. I lied. I lied. Because I really want my boy. So I was like, I know I'm getting up there in age. I'm 39. I was like, why don't we just do it one more time? I'll go ahead and do it one more time. And I know he wants a son just as much as I want a son. So I was like, we can do it one more time and pray to God that it is a boy. So we praying that it's a boy, and I'm also praying that it's one, not two, not three, just one. Because I don't know what I would do with having this one already, and she's going to be, my babies will be 11 months apart. 11. So I'm gonna have Irish twins. Y'all, my babies are gonna go to school together. Like, oh my God. I should be ashamed of my damn self. Be ashamed of yourself, girl. Like, I told my aunt, well, I told my cousin first. I tried to call her when I found out, after I found out, and she didn't answer. So I said, call me as soon as possible. You know, when you send a family member a text like that, they be like, what the fuck? So she called. So she called me and she's like, what's up? I sent her a picture and she said, no fucking way. Ava sleeps, so it's okay. She said, no fucking way. And I said, yes fucking way. You see all three of them tests and it says positive. And she just bust up laughing. So she was the first person I told, my favorite cousin. And then, who did I tell after that? I think I told one of my other cousins I'm super close with, and then I told my brother, and then I told my favorite cousin's sister. And we were on FaceTime because she lives in California, but she comes home every so often. She was here for Ava's birth. And she'll be back for this one's birth too. But we were on FaceTime and I was just like, she said, I called her on FaceTime and she was like, are you pregnant? And I was like, what? Why you say that? And she's like, because you never call me on FaceTime. She was like, every time, she was like, you always answer when I call you on FaceTime, but you never call me on FaceTime. And I was like, girl, hush. I'm like, what you doing? And we were talking for a little bit. Then I was like, oh yeah. I said, hold on. So I walk in the bathroom and then I flip the camera to the back camera. And she's like, no. She was like, I knew it. And she was like, have you told my mom, which is my auntie, but I consider her like a mom. She's been a mom figure to me since my mom passed away. So she's Ava's grand auntie. She is taking the place of grandma. But she's like, have you told mom yet? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, let's do it on FaceTime together. I want to see her face when you tell her. So I showed my aunt, and she was like, oh my God. She was like, you guys didn't waste no time. But yeah, you guys, that is the signs that I had when I knew I was pregnant with our second baby. Hopefully one baby. But yeah, for those of you guys that are trying to get pregnant, and just I would say just know your body, because when you feel something different is going on. When you're trying to get pregnant and you feel something different, take a test. Take a test. Right now I'm trying to figure out what prenatal I want to take. I don't want to take any more gummies because you guys know, or I haven't really spoke on it, but when I was pregnant with Ava, I had hair loss. When I was pregnant with Ava, I lost some hair, and it was like they're starting to grow back, but my edges right here, this side of my hair is shaved off, but like my edges got thin right here, and in the middle of my hair start to thin out. But I want to take like prenatal pills. I don't want to take gummies. I already take my folic acid pill. I already take that. I just got to figure out what prenatal that I'm going to take. I don't want to get a nasty prenatal where it's going to make me gag and make me throw up. That's my issue. So, yeah, my first doctor's appointment, I believe is November. Hold up, I'll tell you guys. My first appointment is, come on, November 14th. That's my first appointment. I'm going to go see my OB, but then I'm going to get in contact with another OB. I love my OB, but I don't want to have my baby at the hospital where I had Ava at. I just want a better experience. My experience wasn't bad, but it could have been better, but it wasn't bad. Nowhere near by far bad. But I feel like having my baby at another hospital, the hospital that I want to have her at, I'll have a better experience. And yeah, so again, I'll take you guys, I'll be taking you guys on this journey of our second baby, our second pregnancy. So stay tuned. We got a lot of journeys going on here. But if you guys have not yet subscribed to our channel, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you like the video on your way out. And make sure you click the bell and turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified every time we drop another video. And we truly appreciate everybody's support. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.